Good morning and welcome. A rare treat. We are going to do a stream today on Thursday. Don't usually stream on Thursdays. My wife is off usually on Thursdays, and that gives us a chance to do errands and also spend some time together and whatnot. But she at the moment is at the beach with my 2-year-old, and I'm like, well, okay, we'll stream. So it's me and my son. My son is homeschooled, and I'm here in the closet. Gonna play some video games with y'all, or at least Dragon Quest III. So we've been trying to stream three. We're on episode three, and past couple times we've been having some memory issues. Um, I do have an older computer, but I've streamed this game before with no problem whatsoever. And you know, we did. I think we did like 2 episodes, and then we moved on to a different game. And so now I'm getting back to it. But the initial first 2 times had no problem with it. At least not that I can remember. So when I started it again, I started having these memory issues. The game would crash, and then sometimes OBS would crash. Um, and I know lots of times they update games, and it kind of makes the game require more than it did originally, and then the computer can have troubles handling it because the computer is not getting any better. And like I've had several games I had that issue with. New World, which is an MMO created by Amazon, which was always kind of it had issues running on people's computers when it first came out. My memory's correct. I remember hearing it destroyed some people's hard drives or something like that. But I could play it on lower settings and didn't really have any problems with it. My wife's calling. Give me a second. Hello, I am back. Sorry about that. My wife was just calling to let me know that the beach was nice and that it was practically empty. I guess because everybody is at either school or work or whatnot. It's Thursday. Um, but yes, New World kind of damaged people's computers. I was, lucky and it worked fine for me on low. Occasional little lag or whatever. But you also get that sometimes with MMOs. But as time went on and they've done updates, my computer stopped being able to handle it, and the the textures or whatever you want to call it wouldn't load in, um, and it was extremely laggy and whatnot. You would stand there and you would see an ocean where there's supposed to be a ground. Um, there was an area where there was steps that you walk up to. Steps weren't there, but people were still kind of walking up it. But whenever I tried to walk up it, I walked right into the wall basically that was behind it, falling through bridges and whatnot. And so that was a disappointment um, because they upgraded it to where my computer couldn't use it anymore. But then I'm like, okay, well maybe I'll just get it on PlayStation 5 because they recently released it for PlayStation 5. Because if my computer can't handle it, and the console can, you know, because it's designed for it, which is kind of why I have Oblivion and Ghost of Yotai on PlayStation. But then I saw a message that New World was getting canceled next year, and that they're not doing any more updates or adding any more stuff or anything. I'm like, well, there's no point in me forking out $60 for a game if it's going to be canned shortly, which is kind of sad because they like just released it on PlayStation. So it's like, why? Why did you even release it if you were going to cancel it? But my understanding is a lot of people didn't know that they were going to do it, so it was probably a last minute decision made by corporate, and it has nothing to do with the game developers. They were not aware until they were told they lost their job. And my understanding is Amazon wants to go in a different direction, and instead of hiring human developers, they want to use AI to make video games. And from what I saw in the video, who was talking about it, their next game has something to do with Snoop Dogg in court. So we've gone from New World with some kind of story and content that is good for people to trash game, basically. So it's like Amazon, you're going in the wrong direction, but you you need to stop whatever you think you're doing, and you need to go back to the where you were because that's just ridiculous. You think you're going to save money by hiring AI to make screwed up games? I mean, look at AI images and videos. You see them all over social media. There's usually a mistake, imperfections. Doesn't work out right. I mean, I've messed around with a little bit with like karate pictures and whatnot, and you find people are missing fingers, or like there was a picture where I guess the person was supposed to be kicking the other person, and it's like the two pictures ended up merging together like they were a blob. It's like can't trust AI to do everything. You have to have human people. That's just the way it is, and you're just gonna have to suck up the cost. But they're gonna learn the hard way. They got to put their hand on the hot burner. But anyways, back to Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is not an online game. It shouldn't need constant updates. It's an old school game, although it is a remaster, remake, or whatever. But it shouldn't require constant upgrades and whatnot. So it should still work fine on my computer if it did before. Um, it's not like they're adding anything to the game. You know, graphics aren't going to be constantly improved. This is how it's going to be. So what I did is I had to update some game drivers, which is always fun because NVIDIA messes up and gives you errors and you have to re-download the whole darn thing. And then I did the whole verify integrity of game files and went through that whole mess. And we will see. Hopefully the game will work fine while we are alive. Seems to be most of the issues is right around loading screens, where it will run out of memory and cause problems. I know the game works fine offline. It's just whenever I'm trying to stream it, I guess it wants to be like Fallout. Fallout's the same way. Whenever I try to stream it, there's usually some kind of problem. Um, Maybe they designed it that way because they don't want you to stream it. I don't know. But so hopefully those two things fix the issue. I'm using a little bit less memory than last time because last time I was multi-streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Now it's just Twitch and YouTube. So we don't have the memory going towards Kick. So hopefully that also helps. We will find out here in just a second. So Dragon Quest III was the Dragon Quest that started the whole job class changing thing. All right, so right now, these are our people. It'll pull up here in a minute. All right, so the main character is a hero class. He can't change his class in this at all. He's hero permanently. And then Chosen is a martial artist. Alice is a priest. Magus is a mage. So I kind of went with them, the two traditional healer and magic user. And then, of course, probably traditionally Chosen should be like a warrior. But I figured since the hero is kind of a warrior class, it just happens to use some magic, that we didn't really need a warrior. And so I have Chosen as a martial artist. Good thing about him is he doesn't necessarily need a weapon, although he will get some claws here in the near future, which will make him hit even harder. Then, of course, he doesn't carry a lot of armor either. Like chest and head, that's basically it. In this version, they actually have abilities that they'll learn, whereas in the original 3, the martial artist, he just attacked. He had no special abilities, no magic, no nothing. So my understanding and my memory, when they hit around level 20, I think it is, then they can change their job class. And my understanding is they'll be able to continue to use these abilities and magic. I think we'll find out when we get there, even though they're a different job class. So you can kind of play around with things a little bit. So my thought is what we'll do is we'll have Alice become maybe a merchant. Because priests can actually fight with spears and such. So she kind of has a warrior thing going on with the priest. So make her like a merchant, maybe even a thief. And then she should still have healing spells and whatnot. Magus, we're going to work on making him a sage. So sage can use both black and white magic. And so that's kind of the idea. Now, in the newer Dragon Quest games, as you move up the series here, so this is Dragon Quest III. 4 doesn't have the option to change classes. 5 doesn't have the option, and 6 doesn't have the option. It comes back in 7, which was initially released on PlayStation. They're doing a remake supposed to come out sometime next year. It will be more 3D and whatnot. And it looks like, from what I can see, the characters actually move in the fight. So you can see them swing the sword, you can see them cast a spell, whereas this doesn't actually show the characters doing it. It just shows like a little animation on the enemy kind of thing. So they're basically going to update 7 to be like 8 and 9. Okay? So 7, you can change your job class. Everybody can. Even the main character can change his job class. There's a bunch more job classes available. And several characters that kind of come and go. Then 8, there's no job classes that you can change in that. And then 9 comes back on the DS. You can change everybody's job class in that, including the main character, which you kind of want to because he starts out as a minstrel, bard basically, which is not all that great in my opinion. But you can make him whatever you want. You can make him a martial artist. You can make him a priest. You can make him a mage. Doesn't matter, whatever you want him to be. So that's 9, and I hope they remake 9 and put it on other consoles and PC as well, because so far 9 is only available on Nintendo DS. I'm not even sure it's available on the Switch yet. which I like 9. I would like to play it more, but I want it on a bigger screen, not the tiny little DS screen that's basically that big. So then 10 is an MMO. I don't know anything about it because Japan said you're not going to get it. And then 11 came out, and there's no job classes they read. And they're in talks of 12, but I haven't heard any updates about it, other than somebody said they want to make it more for adults. The only thing I can think of what they mean by that is graphics, because Dragon Quest has always been kind of cartoony, and not as realistic like Final Fantasy, for example. As far as adult content goes, I don't know how you could get any more adult than what they already are. I mean, in Dragon Quest 1, you're rescuing a princess who was kidnapped by a dragon, and you have a dragon lord that's raining darkness on everybody. You know, in Dragon Quest 2, the one princess who joins your party, she's turned into a dog, and her dad is murdered and kingdom destroyed. In this, your father ends up falling in a volcano, and there's other stuff in here that's a little bit more adult, story kind of thing that kids wouldn't necessarily understand, but I don't want to spoil the story. And so forth. Not to mention you have the Puff Puff, okay, that is behind a black screen, okay? I don't know what they mean by making it more adult other than graphics. It's the only thing I can think. They're considering going away from the cartoony graphics, which I don't know if that's going to work for them. Simply because Dragon Quest has always been this way. It's what makes it what it is. It would be like making Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse live action. It would be like making all the puppets in Sesame Street live action. It wouldn't work, in my opinion. They can try it, and we'll see. Maybe it will be a hit. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll love the game. I know sometimes they got to experiment, try new things from time to time, and then sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. So we'll have to see what happens. But I haven't heard any updates on that. I think they're trying to keep us happy and busy by doing these remakes. And honestly, I so far I like the remakes. I think they're doing a good job. I think they're doing better than some other companies that are trying to remake games. I've seen people playing 1 and 2. We've already done that series, so I don't know if we're going to go back and do the remake. Maybe later in the future or so. But I don't want to backtrack. I want to keep moving forward, or we'll never get through the whole series. But yeah, I definitely like the Dragon Quest remakes. They look good so far. Final Fantasy, I wouldn't really necessarily call them remakes per se. You had the Pixel remasters, so they're more of a remaster, not really a remake. The graphics looks exactly the same. They just added some more stuff to it. But that would be kind of interesting if they did do something similar to Final Fantasy like they did with Dragon Quest as far as the HD quality, textures, and what. I don't know. We'll see. So, let me know if you enjoy Dragon Quest III. I know Twitch doesn't have any comment section like YouTube does. If you're on YouTube, feel free to comment either in the chat, which Twitch does have, or if you're watching this after it's become a VOD, you can always leave a comment down below. And feel free to join the Discord. There should be a link on both platforms that will lead you to the Discord. And that's where most of my communication, it's the hub of everything. I post everything on there. I don't really use Facebook and Twitter and all that much because I haven't really had much success. It's been kind of like a cricket, or I'll get a bunch of bots, or no offense to them, game uh, graphic designers looking to make some money. And hey, I understand. If I was in your situation, I probably would do the same. I'm a business owner, so you try to get business and whatnot, but try not to be as harassing. Okay? It can get annoying at times. I'll get people that will follow the channel and be in the chat just to try to get me to buy their graphics. I am a small streamer. I have 150 to 160 followers on both platforms. It's not a big following, and I usually average maybe 3 or 4 viewers, so that's not a great average. I am no way in a means to pay for a graphic designer. I have 3 kids, and I got bills that I gotta pay. So whatever money I do make goes to that, which is not a whole lot. My wife is making most of the money. So until streaming can bring me enough income to warrant paying for a graphic designer, I can't afford a graphic designer. For the most part, I have to find what's free or cheap or what I can do myself. Kind of how it is until otherwise, until I grow. Okay. All right. So we're gonna see if this game works. Fingers crossed. Everybody have wishful thinking here. Pray. Okay, so what happened? I think we have the thief's key now. Boom, we do. And I think we went up the tower. We got the thief's key. We can probably sell that hat. That's kind of what he's got at the moment. We got the boomerang, which hits everybody on the screen. Thorn whip only hits a small group. And then, of course, Divine Dagger is just one enemy at a time. You can kind of switch through depending on how the battle goes. Just to let you know, I have another character that I'm playing. I was playing it yesterday off stream, where the hero's playing solo. I don't have any companions with me whatsoever. It's kind of funny. The story is your father, Ortega, went to fight the archfiend on his own. Ended up falling down a volcano. So the king's like, so you don't end up like your dad, go get you some companions. Okay? And so that typically you would go get you some companions, which is what we did. But I was like kind of curious. I'm like, how far can I get without companions? Can I get all the way there like my father? Or is there going to be a point where I'm going to have companions? So I'm playing solo. The pro of that is you get all of the experience. You don't have to share it. So you're going to level up a little bit quicker. The downfall is you get outnumbered. And everybody's hitting you. And it's not being divided against your companions. Also, your strategy has to be different. Because you might have 8 enemies on the screen. And you have no teammate to heal you while you're attacking them. So you have to divide your attention between attacking and healing. Which I'm sure at some point it's going to get very difficult and maybe even impossible for me to continue any further because of that. So the only option would be to get some companions or to try to continuously level up to where I'm overpowered. Which is a possibility. So just to give you information, my solo character, he's currently probably getting close to level 20. I think he might be at 17 or something like that. He's on the next continent over in the story, and we did go up against a boss. It was a boss, and he had 3 minions with him. And they did hit pretty hard, and the boss sometimes would do critical hits. And it took me a while to defeat them. I had to constantly restart the battle several times. And then eventually I was able to knock out some of his followers or whatever. And then it was like he hits me, I heal. He hits me again, I heal. And it's kind of back and forth. I'm healing for a bit. And then sometimes he might miss or not hit me as bad. And then I could hit him. And so it was like a back and forth kind of thing. And finally I managed to beat him. But Otherwise, what I would have had to done is just go level up and try to make myself even stronger. The other thing that can help in this game with leveling up is your personality. So we look over here in the status, everybody has a personality. He's wit, so his wisdom goes up quicker. He's a sore loser, a vamp, and a good egg. All right, so if we go into our traveler tips here, handy dandy traveler tips, go down here. All right, let's see here. See if I can find the other people. Good egg. All attributes increase in a balanced fashion. Which is pretty good. And I believe that was the mage. Okay? Let's see. Sore loser. Okay, agility and stamina increases slightly quicker than normal. So I believe that was my martial artist. So his agility and stamina is going to increase a little bit. And the vamp. Agility and luck increase quickly. Other attributes increase in a balanced fashion. So that's not too bad. So the priest, her other attributes increases balanced, and then her agility and luck increases up quickly. All right. So as I find books, I can read the descriptions here and decide whether or not I want to use them or not. So let's see. Go over here to items. We can sort here. So we got two. We got meathead and tearaway. All right, and I don't think they were all that good. Okay, meathead. Strength increases extremely quickly, but wisdom increases slowly. That would be good for a martial artist. His strength would go up. He doesn't really need wisdom. He's not going to use magic. But if I take sore loser away, okay, his strength will go up quickly, but then he'll lose agility and stamina, which will go up slightly quicker. So his strength will go up really good. His wisdom not going to go up very well. And then he'll lose the increase in agility and stamina. So you kind of got to decide what you want to do there. Tearaway, strength and agility increase quickly. Now see, I could do that. He could going to lose his stamina increase, but then his strength and agility will increase. I'm thinking we're probably let's do that. Let's do the tearaway for the martial artist. His strength and agility will go up. Which this is a relatively new concept, because in the original Dragon Quest III, Dragon Warrior 3, you didn't have personalities. And so you didn't have those extra benefits. Alright, so tearaway gives you strength. Swords inside bring back fond childhood memories. Chosen resolves to relieve the carefree days of his youth. Alright, so we look at this. I'm here somewhere. Alright, so we didn't do the meathead. Okay, one. Because it didn't offer agility, and we want our martial artist to be strong, but also quick. Alright? So we decided not to do that. So instead, we sacrifice sore loser, which is agility and stamina slightly quicker. We gave tearaway, which increased his strength and agility quickly. Okay? So you lose the slightly quicker. You pick up quicker. Alright, and then agility and luck increases quickly. We don't want to. The only other option we have is meathead. We're not going to give that to our priest. Alright. Since we're here, I'll just go ahead and go home and sleep for the night. Did I go in this house over here? I think I went in this house over here. Wanted to find out. This house you can only go into at night. I did. The door's open. Alright, we don't need to go to the any metal person. We already got the garter. But now we're up late, aren't we? You're still in one piece. That's the main thing. Go on inside with you. At least she left the door open for me. Alright, we're gonna go to sleep. She's gonna invite her friends to go with us. Alright. So it is now morning. Woohoo! How many? I have 4 Chimera wings. Alright, and with this we can go anywhere that we've been to. So we've been to the tower, we did all that. There is one place that we do need to go. Get there from the prison. And not have to use a Chimera wing. Alright, we already talked to that guy there. He talks about the wrecking ball you have to go get. So I was thinking in order to get friendly monsters, you needed the Monster Wrangler. You don't. You can still get friendly monsters without the Monster Wrangler, but the Monster Wrangler will learn abilities from those friendly monsters. So you can still collect monsters and fight in the arena. Now, when I was playing solo, the strategy would be, you know, me being just a hero by myself. If you have a group like this, you use the boomerang. If it's one enemy, then you can switch to a sword or whatever. Especially if the sword is stronger than the boomerang. You can use the boomerang to knock the numbers down, and then the sword to finish them off. We only got 11 experience points each. So if you times that by 4, that's how much the hero gets by himself. So we're gonna go tactics. All. Say. Fight wisely. We'll attack. There's a room up here that has the locked door stuff in it. We have a hardwood headwear and speed of agility. Alright, well, we're going to give the hardwood headwear to the hero. Take his leather hat and bag. And the agility seed needs it the most. Ow, the hero's only 24. Let's give it to the hero. That's the other pro about being solo. You use all the seeds. Alright, here, Airwing use, we'll go to the village of Breve now. Isn't it great we don't bang our head no more? Makes it a little bit quicker. Alright, we're gonna go over here and sell some stuff. I don't know if he has anything. I could get the chain sickle, but the thorn whip is stronger than the chain sickle. I think the thorn whip's the strongest thing I got. That hits small groups. They say there's some kind of sacred spring way off over the mountains to the southeast of the village. Apparently all the great heroes would make a point of visiting it before setting off on their... The magic. Oh, well, Chosen doesn't need any magic points. Give it to Alice. He needs any of this. He can have a pot lid, but why would a martial artist have a shield? I mean, yeah, it would raise his defense, but we're not going to do that. It makes sense. He needs both of his hands. Although technically, I guess he would hit somebody with the shield. The suspicious-looking liquid is bubbling away in a big pot. Got wisdom. Chosen has very little wisdom. Guess we'll give it to me. The leather hat.
What are you doing in here? I could have sworn I locked the front door. Did you find a key somewhere or something? You trespassing so-and-so? What's that? The thief's key? My goodness, to get your hands on that, you'd have to be... You are, aren't you? You're Ortega's child, the one we've heard so much about. Oh, my. Then I'd better give you a little something to help you on your way. Now, where did I put it?
His voice actually sounds familiar, but I can't think of from where.
You can use that to break the seal on the teleportal. Once you're feeling suitably prepared, make tracks for a spring to the east of Aliahan. But be careful with that ball now. Those things go off with an almighty bang. And good luck. You'll definitely be in need of it. But to think that you will never again lay eyes on the great Ortega. Your mother puts up a strong front, but deep down she's sorely racked with grief. Be sure to head home from time to time and show her that all is well.
Alright, so now we can... You know what? We'll go ahead and use it. I want to go to the little shrine. We can open the door. Hello there, youngster. You don't happen to have a wrecking ball about your person, do you? Yes. Well then, what are you waiting for? Get yourself down to the Path of Promise, next to the spring somewhere else. Book about boomerangs and whips. Whips and boomerangs allowed the wielder to attack multiple enemies. Whips can hit entire groups, while a boomerang will damage every enemy on the field. Though their attack may seem somewhat limited, used tactically, they can confer a great advantage. Look, I got another wing. And a mini medal. Ooh. I think I need 8 for the next one. Alright, we're just gonna walk, isn't it? Or welcome to the Path of Promise, youngster. You won't find it too promising right now, though. The way through has been blocked up. We're about to fix that. Rufus puts the wrecking ball gingerly in place and stands back. Gingerly.
The path is clear. Oh, and you might want to take this, too.
Ooh, what? A map! We have a world map. Woohoo! Gonna need that.
Just know that there's an entirely new world awaiting you on the other side. Keep your wits about you, and don't do anything I wouldn't do now.
Alright. See, we also have this nice handy-dandy map. Didn't have in the original either. So you can kind of look and see where you can go, and you can kind of guess where treasure might be. A rabbit tail. So, some accessories possess the power to change a wearer's personality, although it's worth noting that they only do so when equipped in the main accessory slot. Well, most of the time, curse accessories are a troubling exception to this rule. Alright, so, go here to equipment and we look at that. Pop this on and hop away to become a happy camper in no time. Alright, so, if I equipped it in the main accessory, it will change their personality and also give them luck. If I put it in the secondary accessory, it will just give them luck and not affect their personality. So, happy camper. What does happy camper give us? Change which actions are assigned in shortcut. We'll deal with that another time. Oop. Luck increases extremely quickly. She's got Vamp, which agility and luck increases quickly. So Vamp makes more sense. So what we could do Is we go to equipment. He's got 2 things. Got nothing. She's got the garter. So I can give her a rabbit tail, and that will increase her luck. And I won't have to worry about her personality change. He's still a vamp. We are going to go this way. I'm gonna go to tactics. I'm gonna change me to follow orders. We're gonna let them fight wisely. Alright, we're gonna have him attack because we have a group. Although after our group fights, may or may not need it. See, the monsters are stronger here, so we're gonna have to get stronger as well. So the boomerang is probably not gonna kill too many of them, but it will weaken them for the other characters. Another rousing ring. Equipment. Let's see. Alright, so now he won't be able to be put to sleep. So we're gonna fall in the hole. This is just like in the original. You fall in the hole and there's treasure down here. And then I can go equipment, and Thorn Whip is stronger, and they're actually in a group. Although it ain't gonna matter because my teammates are gonna handle them. So yeah, if you want an added challenge, try playing the game solo. Having companions does indeed make it easier. You don't have any magic water. You do have. What did I just do? Okay, he didn't have any magic water. He had the magic. I'm getting old. A little bit of money. It adds up, though. Alright, so this is one big, huge group. He's got the Thorn Whip, so it should hit every single one of them, and Thorn Whip is technically stronger than Boomerang. So we can use the Thorn Whip. Now, I know it ain't going to matter because we're not going to hit him first, but we can equip the Divine Dagger. Attacks is just one. It's Chosen beat me to it, but that's because he has high agility. There. Head back to the stairs here. Now we're going to go back to the Boomerang. that would hit everything on the screen, potentially. Or if you're lazy, you can just keep the boomerang up if you want. You don't necessarily have to switch weapons. Although when you play Dragon Quest VIII, you kind of have to switch between weapons depending on what abilities you want to use. So if you want to use Flame Slash, for example, you have to have a sword equipped. Whereas I think in this, it doesn't matter what you have equipped, it uses the ability. 1 foot wrong, and I know I'm not going to fall, and I know I'm going to fall to my doom. I didn't fall to my doom. I survived. If I survived, so can you. So, like, for example, I got the boomerang, but I also have Flame Slash. Slash an enemy with a scorching sword. So, I will just pick something. It doesn't matter what weapon. Which, honestly, I think I like it better in Dragon Quest VIII. It makes more sense. If you're going to do a sword slash, you should have a sword equipped. Although, technically speaking, he's carrying a sword even though he has a boomerang. I don't even have a sword in his inventory. And his character is carrying a sword. Even you see there on the screen, he's got a sword. So I guess you could potentially explain it that way. He always has a sword, even when he doesn't have a sword. Ooh, backup. Means more experience points. I didn't see anything over there, so we'll go this way. Ooh, something guarding it. Killer pillars. See, once again, if I wanted to, I could flip the Thorn Whip. It's stronger and hits the entire group. He hits pretty hard with that wizard stick. Power Ring. I don't have an opinion on any individual game, but that's just because I was on the other side of this Queenix coin and never even saw these in English. Yeah. Power. A cursed accessory that will have the wearer feeling a bit like a big wimp soon enough. It raises agility. Let's see what wimp gives us. Wisdom and luck increase quickly, but agility increases slowly. That's kind of funny, since it increases agility, but like slowly you have the personality. So what we're going to do in that is we can equip it on a secondary thing. So who has lower agility? 26, 1, 27, 23. I kind of want to raise his agility up. Defense 6. Defense is 20. He's got 2 mysteries. His defense is actually lower. I don't want to really lose the defense. If I equipped here, this will drop my luck down and increase my agility. Oh, it's a cursed accessory. Disregard, we're not going to use it at all. We don't want a cursed. So like if I had seen them at the same time I was playing Final Fantasy, I'd have a hard time picking favorites. Yeah, probably.
Take this.
Alright, and we can go here, and then we can hold the handy heal all. Everybody will be healed. It does use magic points. Hold on. One left. It don't matter. Chosen will get him. Nothing there, but there is something up there. And we get some money. Probably gonna need it at the next town.
Take this.
Take this.
I'm still alive. Look at that. Nice hit. Alright, we'll start here and work our way down.
Whoosh.
Or this ship, if we need one. Can't use, already has. So we can sell it. Too stunned to move. What will we find down the middle? 2 pots. Wisdom seed and honey. Woohoo! Learned a new spell.
Whoosh!
You got 2. Then I think revives. Well, that's good to have. Slime looks Rufus up and down. Doesn't seem to be a bad slime.
Wait! Don't do anything silly now! Oh, thank heavens! I made it just in time. Most would have attacked this defenseless slime by now. You might just be the one. Don't worry, friend. You've nothing to fear. Tell me, have you encountered any unusually friendly monsters on your travels? There are some in this world that hold no ill will towards us human folk. This slime being a convenient example of said phenomenon. Ho ho ho! Look at that! He likes you. At any rate, I've taken it upon myself to look after as many of these cordial critters as I can. Oh, that's right. I haven't introduced myself yet. Though I'm sure you've probably pegged who I am. Yes, the one and only Monty the Monster Monitor. You do know me, right? No need to play coy now. Frankly, it happens to me all the time. Many freeze up around celebrities after all. Listen, would you mind if I asked a favour of you? Should you happen to find any friendly monsters on your travels, could you send them my way? I don't have much, but I'm sure I can find some way to compensate you for the trouble. As it happens, there's a monster arena in the nearby town of Remake. There, critters of a calmer persuasion test their might against one another. Do stop by if you have the time. You'll likely find me there as well. Now farewell, kindred soul. May this not be the last time our paths cross.
So in the original game, there was no friendly monsters, there was no monster wrangler, there was no Monty, none of that. They added that in this version, and it's probably relating to the Dragon Quest Monsters game, where you recruit monsters who fight for you, instead of you fighting yourself. Omeria. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome, they say. Need a luck. Who needs some luck? Alice could use some more luck. You are a stranger to our land. Then I will teach you something of great use. The king of our country, he is a very, how you say, fanciful man. If he have a whim, he follow it. Be careful of it. It is no more than a rumor, but the people, they speak of a great hero from a place called Aliahan. They say this hero will save us all from the evil archfiend. Can it be true? Can the archfiend truly be poised to take over our world? Surely such a thing could not happen. Their armor. They can use that leather armor. Let's see. Oh, but we got stuff we can sell. I've heard from my merchant pals that monsters have been popping up inside towns of late. Scary stuff. Honestly, all I want when I get into town is to relax and rid myself of all my aches and pains from the road. Can't do that if I'm sharing my bed with a bunnicorn, can I? A bunnycorn. Alright, so we can buy an iron lance for the priest and for the hero. We already have a thorn whip, so we don't really need that. We really need chain sickle. We got a withered staff and a boomerang. Copper sword's weak. Scale shield, we got 2 that can use that. 1 that can use the shell armor. Everybody can use dragon skin. Alright. Gonna do lance. I'll give it to the main character. Go to sell. Don't need the divine dagger anymore. To 50. That's kind of funny. The shell armor, the armor that covers the entire body just about, only raises her defense to 53, whereas the scale shield raises it to 59. Gonna give it to the main. Gotta outfit the hero first. Buy another Gale Shield. Let's do that. Running out of money. It is Vitali. You remain cautious when visiting the northern mountains. There are monsters up there who can paralyze men. And if you are paralyzed in a battle, you cannot act. And if you cannot act, you may meet an end most horrible. This is why you must be most careful. It would be wise for you to keep many moonwort bulbs on your person if you... People's eyes are always drawn to weapons and shields, but I say it is most stupido to forget about accessories. They can bestow useful effects and let you boost your agility and wisdom, which weapons and defensive can. Perhaps it is because of the terrible Menacia, the, how do you say, menace of the archfiend, but people, they seem so down in these days, you know? Alright, we don't need that no more. We could use 2 feathered hats. Nobody uses the iron apron. We could use 2 leather capes. And we can use some rings that protect us from status and ailments. Bah! The monster arena. Do I have any money in the bank? I think I do. Oh, you're not from around here, eh? Darling, I hope you have a wonderful time in our beautiful city of Romeria. Do enjoy the monster arena as well. Ah, wonderful to see you again. I hear you're finding time to search for friendly monsters alongside all other commitments. Thank you so much. Since you're here, why don't you go ahead and check in on the little critters? Got the one. If you wish to take part in a tournament, you must go to the counter and pay the entry. Need more friendly monsters before we're going to do. This is a place of monster combat, the monster arena. You smell it, the passion. Insect-friendly monsters are to be feared. Unless you can use ice spells, then victory is yours. So, insects are weak against ice. Luck's not on me bleed inside today. Things are about to get started. Honey. Now remember, killer pillars use kabuffs frequent. If you cannot beat one, use a monster that knows many spells. The higher the rank of the tournament, the more spells and abilities will be used by your opponents. The experience will be for you and your monsters. Leave me alone. I must not be distracted. Oh, you're from Aliahan, right? I knew as soon as I saw your clothes. They're so plain. A few nights ago, I saw a spiked hair by the fountain. It was standing completely still. So I tried to get close to it, but it fled before you could say, "Excusey." I think there are some monsters you need the monster wrangler to get. Not all monsters. But the world, it is become so dangerous. We must trust Ray, our beloved king, to guide us through these times of difficulty. Hey, we got a turban, but I don't think we need one. Many leagues to the north, there lies the village of Ori with a V. It is most beautiful, but it is quite the walk to get there. Got a restless heart. Copy of Eureka Moment. Have a look here. The ideal accessory for anyone who wishes to be a plugger who won't give up when the going gets tough. Plugger and genius. Let's have a look here. Plugger, resilience and stamina increase quickly, luck increases slowly. So defense and stamina go up faster. But your luck is. And look at. What was the other one I missed? Genius. Wisdom increases extremely quickly, agility increases quickly. Alright. So if we look at status here. Good egg. He's the one that's balanced. Then she's vamp. Boy, he's now a genius. Ooh, look at that. And this makes you the plugger, which raises defense and stamina, I believe it's. Resilience and stamina increase quickly. Luck increases slowly. The restless heart gives you less defense, though. His defense 53. His defense is also 50. Give it to him for the moment. Personality won't change because it's on the secondary slot. No good, I am Whistler Terrible. Where are you? I go now to home. I leave you. How you like that? You are a visitor from Aliahan. Perfecto. We have been awaiting you. King, he waits for you. Go to him.
Well met, traveler. Tell me, what brings you to fairest Roma? Ah, I see. You must be the hero of Aliahan. Your king sent word that you were on a mission of great importance. Ah, it is an honor to at last meet the scion of Ortega in the flesh. Your reputation precedes you. Now, there is something I must ask of you. That despicable brigand Robin Hood has stolen from us our most sacred and regal crown. Were you able to return it to us, you would prove yourself a true hero. Believe me, you will not get a better chance to show just what a descendant of the great Ortega can do. Go forth, and may luck travel with you!
A despicable brigand Robin Hood has stolen from us our most sacred and regal crown. Were you able to return it to us, you would prove yourself a true hero. Go forth. Please do as His Majesty asks, friend. Tell me, Rufus, have you ever traversed the desert south of Romeria? Believe it or not, there's a kingdom down that way. To get there, you must first travel east of Romeria and circle around southwards. You will know you're in the right place when all you can see is miles and miles of desert. The kingdom of Ibis itself features in many of the realm's myths and legends. I have no doubt you will learn something of use should you pay a visit. My courtiers tell me that Aliahan is a place of great beauty. Tell me, is there beauty in the hearts of its people too? I hope it is so. I hear the songs of the wind, friend. Did you hear them too? Oh, far, far to the southwest of, we'll just call it Corey. In the north standeth stark Skyfell Tower, which doth our castle dwarf Taranta. Okay. Strength. And 14 gold coins. That's it? That's all the king. 14 gold coins. Oh, let's see. Strength. Probably give Alice a little more strength. Magus is probably going to mostly use magic, so not too big of a deal there. Are you ever troubled by paralysis, friend? Time heals all paralysis included, but if you wish, it to be cured immediately, you must use a moonwort bolt. I've heard that there are fantastico people in this world who can get close enough to wild monsters to befriend them. Every time I go near one, they just run off. Honestly, I wanted to pet a soft little bunny corn ever since I was a bambino. I'm assuming they're Italian. This is the treasure room. We don't have the final key. Of agility. Oh, we'll give it. Going up. Up. Leave it out, will ya? How many times do I have to tell ya? I don't know no Robin Hood. I've never even heard of the bloke. Huh? Who the heck are you? I thought you was another one of them guards come to give me a grillin'. If they've got it in this bad for me, who knows what they'll do to old Robin if they catch him. What's that? Where is he? Up Skyfell Tower, I heard. I'm in his gang of horrible henchmen. Give him an Iden for me, will ya? Alright. Don't have the magic key, so we can't go in there yet. I travel to here from village of Corey in north. Monsters aggresses me, and I run, leaving stocks behind. Now I am without goods and incapable of profiting even minimally. Joy such luck. Copy, would I lie to you? Only found a leather cape. Dear me, my son the king, he loves to make merry above all else. He prefers to play than to rule. Slippery devil. What does slippery devil do? Wisdom increases quickly, resilience and agility increase slightly quicker than normal. I'm tempted to give that to the priest so that her wisdom goes up. And then her defense and agility will go up as well. I guess I probably should have read that. You can equip the other cape. 9. Okay, let's give it to Agus for. Bagged. To the east are beasts of great Valenza. You should travel first north and hone your skills there. You ain't kidding. You Kazorla monsters, they have become so numerous of late. It's a worry, no? Basically it for this kingdom. Alright, so we got 382. We do have some stuff we can sell. Can't afford that yet. Don't need that no more. The shell armor, we just can't afford it. How unfortunate. I think we can buy some feather hats then. Have a look. We'll buy one feather hat. And we could buy one leather cape. So 59 to 62 or 59 to 64. Also give the feather hat to, I guess probably we're gonna do. So urban no more. Alright, so we're gonna do some money making here. Gonna just walk around and fight whatever random monsters pop up. I don't think there's any sparklies in this section of the map. Alright, we're gonna go to tactics, follow orders. Alright, so he's got Flame Slash as an attack. He's got Frizz and Sizz, and he's also got Heal and Poof. Gonna attack. He's got Flying Knee, which is good for flying enemies. Then he's got Leg Sweep that basically prevents an enemy from doing an attack. So we're not going to use either one of those. Alright, so she has her Chain Sickle. No abilities yet. Got Whoosh, Accelerate, Zap, Heal, Poof, Snooze, Dazzle. We'll just have her attack. He can attack too. Everybody's attacking. Alright, so the caterpillars are the strongest, or killer pillars. Everybody attack. You can always go back in the passageway too if these enemies aren't quite up to par. Alright, so let's do Flame Slash. Pillar. He's going to attack Toxic Toad. He'll attack the mage there. He'll use Crack on the hair. He's dead though. No, come back! Alright, so the hair's slightly stronger than I originally thought. I think Magus needs more magic points. Goodness. He was fully healed. Crack takes 3 magic points. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to equip the Thorn Whip. Hits multiple enemies. Got more magic points. Cast a Whoosh.
Take this!
How could you miss? Oh, it's getting to be nighttime. Restless armor, that's it. See if we can do a leg sweep on him.
Got you!
Take this!
Here I go.
Now see, once we learn Zoom, healing will become much more affordable. Because regardless of where we are, we can just use Zoom, if we have the magic points, or a Chimera Wing, and go home, where healing is for free. Now right now, I don't want to go home, because I don't have Zoom. I'd have to use a Chimera Wing. Then you'd eventually run out. These things are not too tough. All right, 24 and 20 is about the average. Holy water. All right, so we're looking at about a 25 average for experience and 20 for gold. Let's go back down here and see what about the averages. You can kind of tell what is a hostile area based on the music.
Take this.
About the same far. Yeah, it's about the same.
Take this.
Arr. We got more experience there because they called for backup. Now, one thing we can do, if we're wanting to level up, maybe a little bit faster, a couple things we can do. One, we can go to the next area over of stronger enemies. Or we can use the musk and increase encounter rate. What we're going to do first. Nope, we're good with magic point. So we could go items, go in the bag, and we could do this musk. This is used to lure monsters. Rain smell.
Whoosh. Yeah.
Still standing. Got a seat of defense. Look at that. We'll give it to the main character. This is still like a low 20 or high 20. Should be in the 30s. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the checkpoint.
At last we have tracked down those banditti. First, we will make our way north to the village of Koriv before heading to the old tower. Now march, Cavalieri! Ah, scusi. By any chance, would you happen to have come from Aliahan? Then it is as I thought. We recently received a letter from the king of your nation. He mentioned sending a warrior off on a great quest. You are exactly as he described. I had hoped for some help tracking down our king's crown. You see, it was recently stolen. As a result, the outpost that leads to Ortega is closed until further notice. Mi dispiace for the trouble. I am truly sorry. I know this will not help your journey. However, the outpost will be open soon enough. We believe we have found the hideout of the thieves. The crown will be returned in due course. Viva il Re!
Sounds like those ruffians are in the tower to the northwest. The one that's just over the mountains.
See, I saw it once when I made the journey to the western coast. It is quite a trek, let me tell you.
Oh, how I long for a glimpse of Il Rey. He is so fascinating to him. Unfortunately, they had to close the outpost on the way there, thanks to some undesirable gang of hoodlums, honestly. Behold the Romarian Road. Beware when traveling at night, the monsters that come out after the sun sets are exceedingly violent. Banditti have been menacing these parts of late, robbing travelers on the road. Mamma mia. Mario. Truly we live in lawless times. Have you ever had the fortuna to witness a belly dance? No. Such a shame. I heartily recommend it. I wonder if they changed the puff puff to the belly dance thing. You'll never believe this. I saw a monster over by the fountain in town the other day. I was so worried trouble might break out that I went to fetch the castle guards. But it was gone by the time we returned to the fountain. Now I know there was no way it could have seen us. Maybe our footsteps scared it off. Maybe. Alright, so that outpost. We got some sparklies over here. And something guarding it. Mages. Gonna actually distribute some of these moonworts. What do we have here? Looking for more spots like this one? Well, I've been to a few, but it was quite a while ago, so I'm not sure my directions will entirely accurate. I remember there was one to the north by this massive tree next to a mountain, another down one side of that mountain too. Pretty sure I also saw one near a snowy spot on the northern coast. Oh, and there was one by the river to the east too. Sorry I can't give you better directions, but I'm fairly sure I've seen at least 5 or so between Romaria and the regions north of it. Well, it's not too often I have guests. I suppose you must be a sort of explorer. Allow me to share some wisdom in honor of this chance encounter. As long as you stay here, monsters will not attack you. What is more, there are other places much like this one in our realm. Be sure to take the time to explore any unusual spots you see on your travels. Wise was the fellow who once said it is the journey, not the destination, that matters most. Full moon ring. Alright, we're going to give it to the hero because we don't want the hero to be paralyzed. This will raise our mage's defense a little bit. Strong medicinal herb here. Moving west. To be honest with you, we used that musk, but I didn't really notice much of a difference in encounters. Heavy metal. I've seen my fair share of towns, but I've never known monsters to appear within them until now. Doesn't matter if it's day or night, nowhere is safe. What's the world coming to? Hold it right there. That way lies Il Regno di Portoga, the kingdom of Portoga. If you want to go through, you must find the magic key. It used to be that anyone could come and go as they pleased, but with the great number of monsters lately, we have been forced to restrict who can pass through. The door, it leads to the land of Portoga. If you have the magic key, then you're free to go through. If you wish to know where the magic key can be found, trust me, if you cannot find it yourself, then things beyond the door, they are not for you. Now I'll shoot. It used to be that anyone could come and go as they please, but with the great number of monsters, we've restricted the passage. How much, 8 metals. I think I can pick up something with it. Go to the Mini Metal Manor. Mini Metal Manor. Try saying that fast. Edged boomerang, so we got a stronger boomerang. That'll come in handy. Now, if we bring 12, we get the silver platter, which is basically. We don't need the boomerang anymore. Honestly, I don't think we even need the thorn whip anymore. Well, alright, so look here. The edge boomerang and the iron lance have the same attack power. So in this particular situation, I could just use the boomerang. It's the same attack power. I don't necessarily need to use the iron lance unless I just want to use it for the sake of fighting a single enemy. While we're here, we're gonna sleep for free. Oops. Need to save twice. We'll go to the Romanian road. How much money do we have? 500. Alright, so our next destination is up there, the north. Alright, we were already there. Go back. You know what? Since the Iron Lance is the same attack as the Edge Boomerang, I'm going to give it to the Priest. That way she'll have a stronger weapon. Don't need that anymore. We can just get ourselves another lance later or something. Not as needed. I guess technically because they're insects, they should be weak against ice like that guy said. Rufus calms the monster with a soothing voice and tells it about Monty. Picked up another friendly monster. Gobblebert. What a name. It's a shame you can't name them. Oh, items. That bites. The tree with a monster.
Six.
Take this!
Ha!
Alright, we're gonna go to this town first. You know, I bumped into a spiked hare while looking for herbs the other day. It was in a forest northwest of here, if memory serves. Thankfully, the goddess smiled upon me, and it decided I wasn't worth attacking. Doubtless it's still even there now. It did seem awfully friendly, but I still can't quite bring myself to go back. Oh, I wish it would just clear off so I could collect some more herbs. I can... Ooh. Sell the boomerang. We really need the thorn whip. We're going to sell that too. Don't need the chainsaw. Alright, so we got 1,000 gold. What are we going to buy? Ooh. So, we got a chain whip that nobody can use. Iron lance that... Not necessarily. We got iron claws that Chosen can wear, and it will jump his attack from 46 to 70. We're going to get the iron claw. He should hit a lot harder, should. Alright, now we got no money. I came here in pursuit of the rascal Robin Hood, but he's nowhere to be found. Villagers say he ran off to hide at the top of some tower somewhere. Welcome in mountain village of Corey, brave traveler. And we got a new monster, a Healy. That's got to be a Dragon Quest IV reference. Wind Whispers said me that there is a shop and theater in town of Asham. To southeast, these establishments only accept clients at time of night. This is a large intrigue to me. What must occur within the walls only in the dark. Get past the bushes. A little bit of money there. Once you reach a location far distance from your towns, it is intelligent to use Chimera Wing with haste, then you return to town in safe sound. Also, allow for immediate return to place you left with Chimera Wing. Just use another and can go back right away. The secret to have a venture full of success: come back to town if you're in a bad way, then adventure again when ready. Plain clothes. Necklace of immunity. That could be. Let's see. Don't have to worry about him being poisoned. No, that's not a barrel I can check. We're going to check the rest of the house later. We're going to wait till it's fully nighttime. Travelers tell a village of whatever, sleeping people, but this is not possible. Yes, how is this to be believed? It is as I told you, foolish man. Villagers angered fairies and were punished with sleep. Was just thinking about this burly geezer who came to town once. Had this bleeding massive emmet on his noggin. So did. Saw in the local watering hole wolfing down some food like there was no tomorrow. No drink in sight. Can you believe it? So I asked him if I'm fancied. This language is horrible. Bella tells me he ain't got time for making merry. Said something about a quest before gaffering between you and me. I reckon he was on the run from something. Oh well, whatever the geezer is now, I hope he's enjoying himself. Welcome to drinking place of village. Their grammar is horrible. Welcome to drinking place of village. Welcome to the drinking place of the village. Please, you must recline and unbend tranquility. Whatever. I recall back to not scarred warrior who came to village a decade ago or so, looked to have obscenely important quest. Even in drinking place of merriment, his face as cold as mountain goat's teat. To me, he revealed his having newly born child he left behind on home. Also mentioned his wish to be embracing those he left. Warrior's lovely voice of gentle warmth still echoes in my ear even today. After sun has fallen under horizon, I am not anymore catching view of Hill Slime. Maybe Hill Slime these days traveled to a different town for watching the sunset. I don't want to talk to you, I want to check the barrel. Or musk. Surroundings are home to barbaric monsters, so we communicate not often, but there is a village of Norvik to north. I went once during time of youth, surrounded by an inspiring forest of much beauty. Are you in search of my Momka and Popka? And please to return in the nighttime. Well, he can't use the fur hood. Only the priest can use the fur hood. Okay. That jumped it up quite a bit. To north from village is other village, village of Norvik. To southwest from village is tower of name Skyfell Tower. Have fine location. Years past, poison needle is sold in shop of village. This great weapon, even in hands of weakling, can strike weak spot of foe and decease instantly. So the poison needle has been in many Dragon Quest games. It's an extremely weak weapon. Most of the time you're not going to hit anything with it, but there's a chance that you could possibly hit something and kill it with one. If I see monster in town or in wilderness place, I am not feeling frightened. Conversely, when monster catch view of my most fearless body, monster feel surprising and run quickly elsewhere. Human must not show monster that they are feeling frightened, instead must show always courageousness. Guarding town on time of night is unhappy occasion, but infrequently amusing. One example, you can witness change of various states of being. Village drinking places revived from slumber. Moonlight also caused village to appear in a whole new way. You two required to visit village at evening. New discovery liberate your mind. Babushka scolded me when I loitered near village graves. I mean, no offense, I just searched for treasure that might be nearby. Babushka, was it Russian? Here sleeps great martial artist. Here sleeps a great martial artist. Stories tell of his punching head of bear completely off. I wish that I can become like him. He punched the bear's head completely off. Is that like, what's his name? I think it was the founder of Kyokushin Karate. Oyama, I think his last name was known for breaking the horn of a bull with his bare hands. Another mini medal, woohoo! Alright, we're gonna go out and we're gonna test out this Iron Claw. When it becomes night, we'll come back in and check the town out at night. There's a few places we can go. See what, we're gonna walk over here and get the sparklers. Oh, there's our fight. He's got the claw. 47.
Here I go.
6.
Should have used it on the birds. Or are we starting to get stupid? More experience points, woohoo! Good place to level up. Anybody use the feather cap? Too weak on him. Nope. The answer is no. I don't know, I think he's hitting just as hard as he usually does, but his attack is up higher.
Take this.
Burn! We're having crab for dinner. Zombie puppies.
Whoosh!
Slowing us down. 52 experience. Alright, now we're getting dark. So, right here. Believe it or not, depending on where you enter, the town on that screen will depend on where you pop up here. Which is kind of a neat thing. Alright, so we go here. Go in this back door here. He's asleep. We can basically rob him. So we go in the door and then we get the poison needle. And a rousing ring. Alright, so the rousing ring prevents you from going to sleep. He already has one as well as paralysis. He's got one. Got the garter. That's to wear vamp. Okay, so she's got vamp because of the garter, which increases defense. And then she's got luck. Her luck was kind of low. This is defense and defense, so we might give him the rousing ring. Won't have to worry about falling asleep. Oh, also... Oh, give me a second. Okay, I am back. Listen. Only the mage can. No. Alright, so if we look at it, it lowers his attack. But it could occasionally instantly kill something. So we'll hold on to it just because of that. Establishment is concluded for today. Curses. So the tavern closed. The rumors of drinkers say that in forest to west from village are dwelling hidden fairies. Such fantasy. Maza. Eek, please do be leaving hastily. My husband will see. Oh, apologies. I fear I spoke loosely in my sleep. Suspicious. Pretty much everybody else says the same thing. I am great martial artist, of whom rumors tell that I punched completely off head of bear. But rumors lie. I in fact completely sliced off head of bear with one stroke of iron claws. Which our martial artist is currently using. Alright guys, that's all the time I have left. So thank you for coming and watching. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit those follow buttons. I will be live again tomorrow, but it'll be around 12 p.m. My usual stream schedule, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're going to play some more Dragon Quest tomorrow. Luckily, we had no problem, so it must have fixed it. Woohoo! If you can't come with us Friday, or you do, even if you do, we'll be streaming Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion on Monday and Tuesday, Ghost of Yotai on Wednesday, and then, of course, Dragon Quest on Friday. I hope y'all have a great day, and if I don't see you, have a great weekend.